Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today is November 11th, 2025, and I'm gonna just do a little session review what I did today. Today wasn't the best day. I took 5 trades. They were all in my session, but I just overtraded, honestly. And I'm about to just go through everything, show you guys everything that I did. And I want to start off first with right here on gold. So this was something I was looking at on gold. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are in this supply zone, which caused this breaker structure down here. Price retraced back up into here, and I was expecting some type of reaction from the zone. So if we start over here, my session opened at 9:30 a.m. right here. Price formed this supply zone, which swept the London session highs, came down, broke structure here, which was the confirmation I needed, and I had this as my supply zone. Price never came back, made the move after the session, retraced, didn't have anything there for today. So now I'm gonna go back into replay mode. We have the Dow Jones as well as the NASDAQ, which I traded today. 1 second. Go to replay. Back here, 9 a.m. Plus minus. Okay, so we're in replay mode now. It is 9 a.m. right there. So I'm gonna just skip ahead a little bit. Go to 9:30 a.m., the New York session open, and do my analysis from there. Okay. Boom. Market open right here, 9:30 a.m. What can we see? On the 15-minute, there's this extreme supply zone. Why is this an extreme supply zone? It's because price, this was the last point that price was before it came down, broke structure right here. Obviously, it went back down, but this was the most premium point. If price breaks above here, we could expect price to continue going. Perhaps it's going to target this trendline liquidity here with these session highs, but this was like the last point of supply I wanted to see. So price came here, and what did it do? It came up in here. It had an inducement right here. Inducement means it swept the zone. I don't know if it's an inducement yet. Inducement needs the follow through. It needs that bearish follow through for it to be an inducement. So far it just swept liquidity. I just had that in mind. Now I was just waiting. I was waiting to see if there was going to be confirmation for this trade. So let's go. Candle by candle. I could see price came up a little bit. We're just consolidating, moving up and down, up and down. So price came here. Boom. This was my first trade of the day. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't a good trade. I don't like this one. Because this was the breaker structure that I marked out. Boom. And I'm pretty sure I had my entry somewhere around here. This overall supply zone. And boom. 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 Target's somewhere down there. London. Let's say London for now. Okay. Because why did I not like this entry? Because the confirmation was not clear. Price came over here, and then it came down here. It's still respecting this overall demand zone because this was the low that broke this high, and yeah, it broke this high, breaker structure, found new highs. So this was the area that I want to see broken. This low right here. Price did not break that low, which is why, as you're going to see, I got tapped into this trade right here, stopped out. Bad trade. It wasn't a good trade, I'll be honest. That was my first L. I'm going to just leave that up there. So from here, after I took this L, what did I do? I did the wrong thing. I flipped my bias. I'm like, oh, shoot, price is definitely going up. Let's go to the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is right here. It's synced with the time, which is nice. I came over here immediately, and what did I see? Price came here. Okay, let me go on the higher time frame to give you some context. So as you can see, there's like a demand zone right here. This was the overall demand zone I had marked out. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, there's another one below it as well, which I also have marked out. But from here, we're just looking for confirmation, honestly. So I have this one marked out. I'm going to go to the 5 minute real quick. This is the demand zone. Boom. Overall. So what did I see on the 1 minute time frame? After I just got stopped out, I came over here. I saw there was this liquidity sweep. These lows got swept. After these lows got swept, what happened? Price broke structure. Price produced imbalances up here as well. So what does that mean? This was the trade I was looking for. Demand zone here. Boom. Price broke structure. There's London highs, Asian highs. The overall market has been bullish. Everything is in my favor. This was a good trade setup, regardless if it wins or loses. So let's see what happens. Boom, boom. Just move that over. Let's see if I get tapped in. We got tapped in right there. Yeah, as you can see, I got tapped in and it was a death candle. Like it went down, it tapped me in, but it was such a strong candle, like bearish candle. Like there was nothing for me to do. It just tapped me in, continued bearish. So then, okay, let me just leave that. Got stopped out there. And now what did I do? I went back to the Dow after my first loss. My first loss was right there. This was the break of structure. So now I was like, okay, boom. I got stopped out of the NASDAQ as well. Now I'm bearish again. So I'm like flipping biases, which is not good. So then what did I have? I saw there was a break of structure right here with this wick. There was a wick break of structure. I had this supply zone marked out. Boom. The whole time, this is just consolidation. But in the live markets, I'm seeing this as, oh, price is about to make a bearish move. Let me get in on this. And it doesn't help that I just got stopped out as well. So then, let's see. We get tapped in right here. Price does give a nice little reaction first. Boom. I'm like, okay, let's see if we could break these lows. I would move to break even if we did. Price failed to break those lows. Continued higher. Stopped me out. Continues higher. Now I'm bullish once again. So that was my third trade of the day. So I took 2 losses on the Dow, trying to sell from right here. And I took 1 loss trying to buy from up there. Now what do? Now I'm like, okay, I took 3 losses, take a chill pill. That's 3 losses. I'm supposed to stop at 2 losses anyways. But I'm like, let me chill out. Let me see if there's any more opportunities. So then I chill out, bro. I come to the 15-minute. I could see price went to this extreme demand zone, as you can see. Why is this an extreme demand zone? It's because it is the most discounted level, discounted area of demand before price broke structure right here, which is why we call it an extreme demand zone. Price came down here. Price was just respecting bearish order flow right here, as you can see, just down, up, down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Continue. Let's see what price does. Right now, I'm just on the 1-minute time frame. If price like continues lower, I'm done trading for the day. That's my mentality. But I'm on the NASDAQ. I'm like, okay, let's see if we can see a bullish break of structure. I'm gonna enter. Even though I know I'm breaking my rules, this is the problem. I should have just walked away right here. But instead, I'm breaking my rules. I'm continuing to be on the charts, continuing to trade. That's my issue. I gotta just get off. After those first 3 trades, the first 3 trades, they were like in the moment, very quick. I didn't have that much time in between trades. I got stopped out very quickly, so it was like hectic. But now, I should have walked away. That's what I should have done for the day. I'm down 3R for the day. So let's continue. I'm just watching price, waiting for a bullish break of structure on the 1-minute. Boom. We got it right here. As you can see, price came down here, made a bullish break of structure right there, and it left behind a demand zone. So I'm going to just take the demand zone right here. Boom. Make that a demand zone. So here we were in a higher time frame demand zone. Price came down. It gave me the confirmation on the 1-minute. There's liquidity targets above with the London high and the Asian high. So everything's looking good for this trade. This is what I mean. This trade looks picture perfect right here. But there's things called smart money traps. And that's what I fell for right here. As you're going to see, price, beautiful. This is like textbook. Came down. Tapped me into this trade. I'm like, oh, shoot. It's about to stop me out. Stop me out right there. Listen, this is part of the markets. You're going to get stopped out. That's why we have risk management. That's why you don't risk the whole house on every single trade that you take. So, boom. That was my 4th loss of the day. Now this trade was not a good trade. I'll be honest. The concept was good, but my entry, I did not have the correct entry model. What did I do after this? I stayed on the NASDAQ. I saw that this was a smart money trap right here. And price rejected this low, as you can see. There's a rejection. And price didn't close below. So I'm like, oh, this was a smart money trap. That's why That's what I identified this as. We're in a higher time frame demand zone as well. So what did I use as my entry? This zone right here. That's the inducement. This zone. So this 1 minute candle, which was the rejection of these lows and then continued higher, that was my entry. Honestly, this is not a part of my edge. There was not confirmation for me to take this trade. This was just a bad trade. Like I marked this as a C trade. Like C as in like ABC grades. This was a C trade. This was not a great trade at all. So then this was my entry right here. I took this trade. Complete revenge trade. I lost this trade and I was just like, okay, I just took this trade. And I had the targets at the Tokyo highs over here. Now let's run through this trade. Let's see what happened. I think I got tapped in one of these candles or one of this consolidation. I think it was that one maybe. But I got tapped in. Price was consolidating. Boom, boom, boom. Consolidation, consolidation. Right now, my head's just like when in the consolidation, I'm just like, oh, I should have never taken this trade. I'm probably gonna get stopped out. But what I did do well, I will admit, in my mind, I was already preparing for what I would do once I got stopped out. I knew I was already done for the day. I'm walking away. My session's over. I entered this trade around 11:38. My session is over. I'm done. I was prepared the next day. This trade's going to hit stop loss. I'm going to have this much drawdown left. I'm done. I'm going to lower my risk. I'm going to risk this much. So I was already thinking in a mindset where I wasn't being hopeful with this trade. I was thinking from a mindset of probabilities. If I get stopped out, what are my next moves? Which is a win for me. I think I did a good job with that mentally. The price was now moving. This is when I started seeing, okay, if we break above this structural point right here, that's going to be my break-even point. So I'm going to move my stop loss to break even if we break above this high. Just waiting. Let's see. Boom. Broke above the high right here. So now I move my stops to break even. So my stop loss is right here. Boom. So that means I can't lose money on this trade. If I lose this trade, if it hits stop loss, it's just a break-even trade, which is fine. I've accepted that. So prices from here, it seems like it's just reacting off of this demand zone. It's just continuing higher. It's pushing, starting to move. Now, as you can see, there's this London session right here. London session highs. Potential target. My overall target is the Asian session highs. But the thing is, price might not reach it today. It might hit it overnight. It might wait until tomorrow. So let's see what price does from London. It's continuing higher. Just moving, moving, moving. Little retracement. It's going higher. Boom. It swept the London session highs. So at this point, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. I have my stop loss still at break even. I'm just like, let's hold this trade. Let's see what it does. So the time right now is about 2:20 a.m. p.m. 2:20. Price is moving. Right now it's just moving sideways. It took out that liquidity, and now it's just sideways, sideways, sideways. Boom. Now it's getting near 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Market really slows down. I do not want to be holding trades after this. Price came down here. I was like, okay, if it breaks below this demand zone, I got to get out of this trade. It's probably going to reverse on me. So this demand zone, there was this liquidity sweep that took place. This demand zone, I'm like, let's see if it holds. If it holds, I'm going to just close based on time. So price came up here. It was over here. What time is it? 4:14 p.m. I'm like, yeah, I manually closed right here because it was getting very late in my session. So boom. About 4.5 RR for this trade. Not a great trade. Didn't have the entry model I needed. Was revenge trading, but that was the trade. So this was my trading session for today. I took 1, 2, 3 longs on the NASDAQ. I took 2 shorts on the Dow. As you can see, the Dow just went higher. It went crazy today. But the NASDAQ, it didn't really follow suit. It followed suit at the end, but it is what it is. 4 losses, 1 win. This 1 win did wipe away all my losses, which just goes to show there's no need to revenge trade, bro. Like, you could have 1 winner that pays for all your losses. But if you revenge trade, you're not going to have an account to trade. You're going to be in the session just taking bad trades. If you don't listen to your rules, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna make money, you're gonna give it all back. Listen, if you could stick to your rules, focus primarily, just focus on getting 8 days, 2 trades a day. Don't trade outside of 9:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m. If you could do that, and if you review everything, if you make these videos, review your sessions, trust me, Salman, I'm talking to you, you're gonna be profitable. You're gonna be profitable, you're gonna be professional, you're gonna do this for a living, you're gonna change your entire life. I'm telling you, look at me. I got that conviction in my eyes. I truly believe this. It's right there. I got this. I just gotta keep going. I gotta lock in and do what I know I need to do. That's it. All right, guys. I appreciate any of you guys watching me. Like 15-minute video, quick session recap. But thank you guys once again. Peace.